Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolves Fancast YouTube channel. I'm Dan Hughes, not Danny Murphy, and this season I'm doing a new feature called FIFA Gree. I'll be previewing Wolves' next game with one of our opponents, taking a trip down memory lane, going over former games, talking about former players, and then most importantly, having a game of FIFA 21 on the PlayStation against them. So let's go, see who we're playing this week. Right, everyone. We've got George here from the Right and the Gary Kelly's podcast, and he's a writer on the fan side. How you doing, George?
Hi, mate. Yeah, really good. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been on there? What's your usual business? Do you have any special guests on at the moment?
Yeah, I've started writing this season, so I've got a piece previewing the game and previewing Wolves coming out over this weekend, and the sort of site itself's been going great guns for a good few years, and the podcast, again, fairly new edition. We had Simon Grayson on, and yeah, it's a really good chat. I'd encourage people to go have a listen.
That's good. So what's your opinion so far on how the formerly known Dirty Leeds have done this season? I mean, what do you want to be known as anymore? Because you're not dirty from what I've seen so far.
I think we still embrace the Dirty Leeds tag. We don't want this. We don't want this being everyone's second team. We still want people to hate Leeds.
It is amazing how many people on social media have started taking to Leeds without. It's just like history's been wiped.
I think it's more Bielsa than Leeds, to be honest. You just can't help but like the man. I think people still despise Leeds United, but just like Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah, he's a bit of a likeable mad scientist character, isn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
So, how do you see the game going Monday, and who should Wolves fans be looking out for, be wary of, apart from Helder Costa, who's still at our hearts from the Fosun regime origins?
Yeah, Helder Costa started really well in the Premier League, actually, sort of scored a couple of goals against Fulham, took his chances really well. I think Jack Harrison's one to look out for on the other flank. He should start, come back in. He missed the City game, parent club, but he's progressing sort of week by week and is really, really sharp. And then obviously everything goes through Calvin Phillips in midfield. I think if you stop him, you've got a pretty good chance. But no, I think it'll be a good game, tight.
So is there anyone who's got a bit of a injury there? Who should we...
Yeah,
who's your main players this season?
This season, Bamford started brilliantly. There was a bit of a question mark over his head with Rodrigo coming in and people not quite... He's always had a bit of stick, Bamford, and people not sure if he could step up, but he's been brilliant. Led the line, 3 goals in 4 games. He's been outstanding. And injury doubts are at centre-back. So Diego Llorente has come back with a strain with Spain, so he's out for a few weeks. And captain Liam Cooper's a doubt as well. So centre-back, we might be a bit short.
You say Liam Cooper's your captain?
Yeah.
And is he, how good a defender is he? I know the name, I've looked at him from a fancy Premier League team, but I'm not really sure what level he's at.
He's another one that before Bielsa came in, I think people would have, if you'd have said to most fans, Cooper's going, I don't think 2 people would have been sad to see him go, but Bielsa's come in and he's just a different class now. He's gone up another level, as basically everyone has at Leeds since Bielsa came in. He's a real heartbeat of the team, proper leader.
It sounds like the equivalent of Conor Cody for us. I think before Nuno came in, if someone had came in with a decent bid, I think most Wolves fans probably would have said, yeah, he probably deserves to play more time for somewhere else. But since Nuno's come in, he's just been amazing. Like he said, leader, playing for England now. When Conor Cody scored for England the other week, it was like a bank holiday session for Wolves fans. It was just unreal to see a Wolves player scoring for England after so many years. Right. So I've got 2 quick questions. One is, if you gave Alan Smith 100 goals, could he score as good an own goal as he did versus Wolves in 2003? I know you're a young lad, but it's an unreal own goal if you've not seen it. Gary Kelly on the back post.
I'd encourage people to go have a look. I think if you even were trying to do that, it's pretty hard to do. It's like you say, it's probably what is 1 in 100. I'd like to see him do it again.
Yeah, unbelievable. I'd say with Gary Kelly on the back post as well. That just shows how old I am and how young you am. So I've got a quick segment which I'm calling hashtag BFF. So what most people think is best friends forever. But with this, it's not. It's beer, fight, FIFA. I want you to decide from the 3 players who you'd go for a beer with, who you'd fight, and who you'd rather have a game of FIFA with. And the players are Alan Smith, Lucas Radebe, and Elad Diouf.
I think the easy one's Elad Diouf. We're fighting Elad Diouf. He's never been a popular man around Ellen Road. He sort of, I don't know, he sort of was he really summed up a quite hateful time being a Leeds fan, watching him in that particularly average Leeds team. He was really bad, and
I thought he'd have been the epitome of dirty Leeds, though.
Oh yeah, you'd think so, but he was so bad that you couldn't see past that. The one iconic moment he gave us as Leeds fans was a little kid dressed up as Elad Diouf in fancy dress, and there's a great picture of Diouf stood next to this lad. So I think we'll fight Elad Diouf. I'll have a pint with Lucas Radebe, top man,
do you reckon
Leeds
he's a
hero,
big drinker?
Leeds legend. I think he'd have one. He's a Yorkshire's second home. He'll have a pint of bitter. We'll take Lucas down the pub and have a game of FIFA with Alan Smith and ask him why on earth he decided to. See if we can get to the bottom of why he went to Man United.
How do you think he'd fare against Alan Smith on FIFA? Do you think he'd get the better of him?
I don't know. Yeah, he's older. He probably doesn't play much PlayStation.
He was more of a BMXer from what I remember as well than a footballer.
No, I think he was. He had his hobbies outside football, Alan Smith.
So the next thing is just a quick score prediction for Monday. I think I did a quick article piece for yourself, and I've gone for Wolves 2-2.
Yeah, I think it will be tight. I think one or the other will win. I think it'll be by the odd goal. I'll go 2-1 Leeds. We're at home. I'm fairly confident.
And then the most important question is, how do you think you're going to fare against me on FIFA?
We'll see, shall we? First day I've had it, so that's my excuse.
How have you fared on previous FIFAs in the past? What was
I
the
used
first
to play
FIFA
it a
that
lot.
you played?
Oh, probably like an early one, probably about FIFA 06, when play that with my dad and my mates when I was little.
So it's experience versus rawness.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So let's go and play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Traore is just a weapon, isn't he?
He's a fast lad. I'll give him that. That's got to be
a goal kick. Yeah. Remember when Bamford was still at Borough and Traore was there as well? And Bamford scored a hat-trick and just all of his goals were Traore running straight through our team.
He's just so fast. He doesn't even know himself what he's doing half the time.
No, he's just scary.
Oh, it's a break on here.
Yeah, I'm hoping Hernandez is fit for Monday night. Missed the last couple.
Do you think he'll do it at Prem level?
Not every week. His hamstrings are gone, I think. He is brilliant, though. I love the man.
I had Pablo Hernandez in my fantasy team at the start of the season, but then he got injured. I took him out, but
yeah,
he's definitely one player that you need to have in your team.
Well, yeah, like when he plays, he's the main man. Everything goes through him. I think Phillips did an interview fairly recently where he sort of got asked, like, what's your first thought when you get the ball? And he was just like, where's Pablo? Pick out Pablo.
That good he is. I know, like, he scored, was it Swansea away last season? He did score an important goal, but I didn't really know how
such
how
a good
he
moment. Well, there was a couple of seasons before Bielsa where he just carried the whole team all season. He was the only creative player.
How's Rodrigo been for Leeds in signing?
Bit up and down, but then the game at Bramall Lane, he came off the bench and changed it. He was really, really sharp. And he came on against Man City and looked brilliant as well. Get in. Helder Costa back at Molineux.
It's inevitable. I can see it happening on
He's
Monday.
Scoring on Monday, isn't he?
He's got such what's the word? He'll want to prove himself on Monday.
Yeah. Well, because did he ever really get a run in the Prem?
Not really. The second season in the Championship, he got an injury and he was never really the same after that.
I remember when he first came in and he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was unreal.
I think it was the season you went up. I think it was away at Middlesbrough and he scored a volley to win it.
Yeah, that was a big game, that was. I think we ended up with like 9 men in the end.
Yeah, because I think at that point in our season, we weren't playing for anything, so I was just watching you and Cardiff. Fuck off.
I'm hoping to see that many times this season on the Fancast FIFA group.
He's brilliant, Jimenez.
I can't believe that he's still here, to be honest. I thought he was gone this summer.
Best player you've ever seen at Wolves?
Oh, no. I feel like Matinho is probably the best player I've ever seen at Wolves.
Okay.
But like for strikers, he's got to be up there. I mean, like Steve Ball scored like over 300 goals for us, but Jimenez is just amazing as a striker.
Yeah.
Just endless effort.
Ooh, good save. You look at your squad though, there's so many proper footballers.
I thought you were going to say Portuguese then.
Oh, well, that as well.
Yeah, we've well, it's a bit like Leeds, to be honest. Since we got like promoted, we just play so much better football than what we used to because we've actually got players who can actually keep hold of the ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
good finish.
Adami, you beast. He's a big lad.
Yeah. Doesn't do weights though, apparently.
Doesn't do weights, unreal.
Klitsch, oh my God, he's another one to watch out for. He's so good.
Isn't he like one of the main fancy Premier League players you need to have if you're...
I've got him in my team, yeah. Well, he's on penalties as well.
Yeah, he's a penalty taker, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it took us ages to figure out who was going to take pens. Bamford and Hernandez sort of rotated for a while and both kept missing. And then Klitsch just doesn't. He's so cool. Like, you just never... He did miss one last season, though, at home against Derby. We battered them all game, and they scored right at the end, 1-1.
How do you feel Calvin Phillips has done in those England games?
I think it's hard for him. He goes from a system where he is like, where he's the main man, everything goes through him, and then he goes away with England. He's got Declan Rice in his position with him. It's a really horrible system. But I think he's done all right. He's not done anything wrong, but I don't think he's not been brilliant.
What's your opinions on Declan Rice?
I think he's very good. I don't think he's like worth 70, 80 million quid, whatever West Ham want for him, but yeah, he's all right. I just don't think we need him and Phillips in the England team.
Yeah, I mean, like, with a back five and then those two defensive midfielders, it's too negative, isn't it?
It's so boring.
Attacking players that England have got at their disposal.
Oh, good save.
I mean, here's another one fancy Premier League players need to be looking at. The Meslier, the keeper.
Yeah, because he's dead cheap. I think he's 4.5 mil.
Oh,
referee.
He'll get drawn back for that, I believe. Struggling.
How old's Matinho now?
I think he's like 33, 34. So he is coming towards the end. I think
one of those though that doesn't need like pace or anything. It's just
he's like a couple of yards ahead of the game most games. I think he has struggled though. Big chance. since we came back from the lockdown, he does seem to have struggled quite a bit fitness-wise. He doesn't look as sharp as he did last season. Quite tight game. I think you can tell it's both our first game of the season on this.
Not the sharpest.
No, I think the basic fundamentals of both our games have been missing at times.
Bit of a hairdryer at half-time.
Yeah.
If you could take one player from the Leeds squad, who do you have for Wolves? Is there a position you need, or just someone you like?
I'll probably just be sentimental and add Helder Costa back. It's a great ball. Oh,
That's a red card, surely.
Oh, the last thing I want is having to put John Ruddy in goal. I think the defender would have got there.
Oh,
he did.
bollocks.
He definitely would have got there.
He's bottled that. VAR, have a word. Yeah.
Oh, that's how clear it was.
That's a joke.
A yellow. Could have done with Barry Douglas on this.
He's never scored one for us.
Is he not?
No. No, we haven't scored a direct free kick for about 2 years, and then we signed Douglas, and we were like, "Oh, well, that'll end now," and then he just never scored.
Yeah, but did he have many?
He took a few. He'd never got a run. It's a shame because he comes across as a really nice bloke, and he just never really. He was always he'd get a run and then get injured, and Alioski or Dallas would come in and do well, and then. Chance.
One of the most underrated keepers in the Premier League.
He's brilliant. I just don't like him wearing 11. Can't be wearing 11 as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, do you not know the backstory?
No, go on.
So do you remember Carl Akimi?
Yeah.
So obviously he retired early because
Really,
of
really poor.
And like he decided to wear the number 11 instead of the number 1.
Oh, what a sort of a tribute to Akeem.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
That's nice.
Tributing a player that hasn't died, but
Nice touch, though.
it's a nice touch, yeah.
It's just not fair, is it?
That's what happens when you've got a fast winger that on the.
He's so quick.
He's unreal. Like that. This I've said like 2-2 in my prediction to your.
I think he's the threat.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't start on Monday.
Really?
Yeah, because I think Pedro Neto and Powdens have been playing really well since coming back.
I think if you said to Leeds fans Traore's on the bench, they'd be so pleased. Oh, this is a joke.
This is the harshest of the Premier League in front of our eyes right now.
Yeah, you don't get this against Luton or...
No. 4-1 is highly flattering, but that is the Premier League. If you don't take your chances, you do get burned.
Yeah, if we had Rodrigo and Robin Koch, we'd be...
Yeah, EA Sports
different story. Yeah, exactly. Blame EA.
Out, yeah. I mean, it could have been even more than 4-1, but that's just another story, isn't it? Got to have a go there, Raul.
I reckon they've done us really dirty on some of the ratings as well. Bamford only being 71. What's that about?
Oh. Yeah, to be fair, do you think that you're being maybe a bit biased there?
No, I think he's better than a 71. I think I don't know. I think people have preconceived ideas of what Bamford is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not gone in.
I just think like if he hadn't scored those few early goals, you could justify it being lower than 71.
Maybe. I don't know. He's so important to how we play. He's one of those where he'd probably go play for someone else and look crap, but when we don't have him.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
That's the Helder Costa that way now towards the end. just trying a bit too much. Oh, lovely.
I'll see you later. See, Patricio should have been sent off. It's a different game.
Be lots to talk about in the comment
post-match
section about.
You just abusing Traore.
Sometimes you have to make use of what you're.
What you got. Oh, run into trouble.
Neves!
That championship season, it's just like every week he was scoring another worldie.
He was unreal.
I was at the, I've got a season ticket in the Cop, so I was behind the goal for the game at Ellen Road when you won the league, and like we just did not get near you. It was scary. Seeing like Diogo Jota and Willy Bolly and Neves in the championship.
Yeah,
which wasn't fair.
It wasn't fair.
Oh, just score, mate.
So the most underrated keeper in the league. Another player this summer I was surprised stayed because I thought without Europe.
Yeah, someone might have come in.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at flipping Chelsea, I don't know why Chelsea didn't deploy him. It wouldn't have cost a massive amount. He's experienced. He's a cracking keeper.
The Frank Lampard effect.
Yeah, Fat Frank.
He's a prick.
I don't think he's got much longer left now.
If it doesn't work, he'll be under a lot of pressure.
The amount of money that he spent this season.
Yeah, it's got to work. And I don't think I think their problem was always defensively, and I don't think he's fixed it. And in goal as well.
Yeah, the amount of money that he spent.
Oh, what are you doing? Has he blown for full time there?
Unreal. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got the upper hand. It was.
We'll blame EA and the referee.
There's a lot of things that people can talk about in the comment section. Really enjoy playing you. It's nice speaking to you.
No, thanks for having me on, mate.
Hopefully I'll get you on for the return fixture later on in the season.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
To try and get a revenge on me.
We'll have Rodrigo on there by then.
Yeah, hopefully EA Sports pull your finger out. Thanks, George. I'll speak to you
again.
again.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, see you later.